Starting. Okay, I think we're in it. All right, welcome.
All right, yeah. What's up?
All right, this is an experimental Ron and John podcast. John's a filmmaker and entrepreneur. He runs the Big Apple Film Festival. As you know, I'm Mr. G at Mr. G's workshop. I'm a full-time shop teacher, and I have a side thing where I teach people privately how to do welding or whatever. Plus, I work at Bergen Community College. Who cares? Let's just get to the podcast. We have no agenda. This is just our normal bullshit.
You're right.
All right, so John's got a question. He just had a film festival, so he's looking to fill seats, and he's got a question for me. So go ahead.
All right. So the question is, so if I bring in all these guest speakers, who, are all in some way connected to the film,
Yeah.
how would that help fill seats?
I think it's like going, like, if you've been to South by Southwest, it's similar. Like, there's a theme, but even if there isn't a theme, like, they might, they'll have like a guest speaker that's related to. So I went to South by Southwest Eco, which is like, dude, so awesome. It's like anybody's interested in being an entrepreneur and helping the environment. So it's not like it's not like a socialism thing. It's a capitalistic thing, and it's positive for the environment. Well, they had all these experts. So they had films and whatnot, but the experts would speak after the film, about the film. It was awesome because, that's the world you want to live in, is the one you're interested in. Basically, like when I go to Maker Faire, I wish I could stay there.
Right.
Just go anywhere, and they're making stuff and talking about how to make stuff and how to market it and how to, live in that world.
Right. But are the speakers going to bring people if they're not actually part of that film or in it or part of the production team?
Oh, okay. So the question is, from a business standpoint, if you invite these speakers, are they going to bring people? Well,
even if they're an author or whatever, and they've written a book that's related to this movie, but this person is still not a part of this actual movie, are they going to invite people?
I think they would, because I think what they'll do is they'll let their fans know where they're going to be. And then the fans will show up because of that.
Oh, I see. But they have to be selling something, right?
I thought maybe, like, all right, well, they have to be selling something, but I doubted it a little bit. I was like, oh, well, what if they're not selling something? No, they got to sell something, because they got to be motivated to be there so they could promote to their audience. I mean, unless they're like a paid speaker, even a TED Talk, like TED Talks are generally, well, I can't speak for all TED Talks, but after watching like a conference of some kind, there's always a reason that person's on there, because they're selling a book, or they're selling, or they want you to go to a website and join a movement or something, or they want you to
they're publicizing something.
Yeah, like there's no talking just to talk, like kind of like what we're doing. It's really stupid. Right. We should have, like, right here there should be like, oh, the Mr. G's guide to shop teachers or something like that, and then over here should be like previous things or books that I've sold. Like, we don't have that, so we're actually, we're doing it for the passion, and there's we need a business model behind it.
Right, but the difference is, with the festival, there's money being spent to rent out space and shit. This is free, so it doesn't really matter as much. We're not really investing,
Well, we're just lucky it's free. I mean, think about what we're doing. I mean, this is like the Jetsons, dude.
Yeah, no, totally. It's fucking dope as shit.
Hey, watch the
Yeah.
cursing. Kids could be watching this.
Oh, right. Sorry. Okay. So, all right. So everyone who shows up has to have a purpose for being there.
Except for the patrons, except for people that are just there to check it out. Like,
Okay.
yeah.
Um, I just have one last question. Um, and then I have to go take care. I got to go back on the computer and do some work for a sec.
All right, no problem.
This is kind of complex, but remember we were talking about how all the speakers need to be there for a purpose, trying to promote something so that their audiences come, right?
Yes.
Is there, and you could take a moment, you could take some time to think about it and let me know later.
All right.
Is there to create a situation where all of the audience members are businesses?
Well, yeah,
Does
that's
that
like a
make
trade show.
All right? How does that work?
Well, a trade show is like it's B2B. So, you know, even on like a like, okay, I'm a teacher, right? So if I go to like the technology teachers conference,
Mm-hmm.
I'm a business as well because I've got money behind me. So if I go to a conference and there's a booth there with
Mm-hmm.
really interesting robotics programs or like kits or something like that, and then if I see a speaker and they're selling something or whatever, and I might not buy it, but then I might take take an order for the district, and then we might buy
Right.
something. So even a teachers conference is business to business. Basically, it's a trade show. So that's a trade show situation. I don't know if you're going to get that because aren't your people, the people that you're dealing with, they're just they like movies.
Yeah. All right. Fair enough. And let me ask you one other question.
Yeah.
Do
Although you could do
you think it
that,
would help?
you could have a section for one instead of all the days of the festival being the same. What if one of them's business to business?
Yeah. That makes sense. That's a
Like,
good cup you got.
yeah, you could buy the Mr.G cup,
Oh yeah.
four
No,
ninety
that's dope.
five on Amazon. No, I bought this cup.
Okay. You were the consumer,
But if someone wants
not
to
the owner.
buy it, I will put it up for sale. I don't give a shit about this cup.
Right. Let me ask you one other question. Let's say it's a movie. Let's just say about uh uh um let's say it's a female-driven film from a female director, right?
All right.
I'm just using that as an example, right?
Yeah.
And then there's an organization of women filmmakers. There's a few of them in New York. Like one of them is like New York Women in Film and Television.
Okay.
Would it help fill seats if made if we made like a partnership where I said, if you get 50 of your members to come, I'll 30% of the ticket sales will go to your organization.
Oh, absolutely. And that would be a nice thing for you to do because it motivates them. It goes to a good cause. They can rally around it without the guilt
Yeah.
of saying, "Oh, well, this is just going to profit." It's more going to a cause. Yeah, I don't think that would be a good. I mean, it would be up to them, obviously, but um, yeah, I could
Yeah.
see that. And then the people going there, they probably feel good plunking down the money. I always feel when I buy something from someone and I know that it's going to a good cause or part of it's going to good, I feel good. I don't mind the extra. Let's say it's should be $15, but it's $20. I don't mind plunking it down because I know it's going to a good cause.
Right. So in other words, if I tell, it's almost like these organizations are almost like, in a way, like they're partnering with me as like a commission based uh, group where like it's almost like if you can get this many people to come, you'll get a percentage of the proceeds. Like, is that moral to do or no?
Well, why? Yeah, it's not a more. I don't think it's a moral issue. Why is it a moral issue? It's like,
Mm.
like you're just people do that all the time. I don't see why would it be a moral issue?
I don't know. Yeah, that's a good point.
I mean,
Okay.
it's up to them to if they want to agree to that. But then, what do you get in return besides? Okay, well, you're going to give them some sort of percentage, like what are you getting in return besides like, oh wait, well, it's a feel good thing, but you're the one renting out the theater, you're the one taking the business risk, it's on you. So
Yeah. But they're helping fill the seats, so then they would get a percentage.
well, how do you know they're going to help fill the seats? That's I think that there should be minimum requirements that are hit. Like, okay, they have to.
Social media posts, email blasts.
Yeah, yeah.
All right.
And you could quantify that. No matter how good the advertising is,
Mhm.
whatever.
Yeah. Right. Right.
I think you could quantify that.
Gotcha. All
All
right.
right.
All right. Perfect.
All right, that's it.
All right. Yeah. All right. Cool. Yeah. I gotta take care of some business now.
All right, that was short-lived. That was our first podcast. I don't know if that's a good one.
Oh, all right.
Well,
So you
I
want to
was good.
cancel it?
It wasn't long enough. I think it was good, but it wasn't. What next time?
Uh, yeah, but there were some important points that were addressed there.
Yeah. Okay. You want me to publish it?
No, but nonetheless, it wasn't bad.
All right.
Um,
I think I should publish it. It's not bad.
oh, I can publish it. It's fine.
You'll be surprised what people are, want to hear about and willing to watch. If they don't like it, they could just turn it off.
Yeah, that's true. All right. All right. Yeah. So go ahead and publish.
All right. So, but you're always selling something, like, right? Like we talked about. So, what's your website? How do they find you?
Oh yeah. So what we've been talking about is the Big Apple Film Festival, which is a New York City annual festival, but now we have these screenings that are happening during the year. So it's bigapplefilmfestival.com, on Facebook, Big Apple Film Festival, Twitter's Big Apple Film, Instagram, Big Apple Film Festival. Anyway, nowadays you don't have to say all that shit. Just you say the name of the company, and anybody can type in that company on Google, and your website and your Facebook and all that shit come up. So we're the Big Apple Film
All
Festival.
right. What the one that just passed? How many
So,
years was that you ran it?
oh, 14.
I knew it was 14. I knew it was not 15. That's crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah, it's actually been to, almost it's been around close to 1/3 of my life at this point.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah,
That's wild.
yeah.
And then,
1/3 of my dedicated to this cause. So
wow. Bringing independent film. All right. And if anybody's interested, I got rongrossinger.com and you can find all the stuff. But basically, Mr. G's workshop. That's my thing.
there you go.
You
All
know.
right, yeah, we'll talk more. I got a lot. We'll move on to a few other topics.
All right, cool. I'm going to stop the broadcast. All right, bro. Talk to you soon.
All right, talk to you. Bye bye.